Hello. What's good, everybody? It is Tuesday night, and so you already know it is time to get back into it. Going to be talking all things Bad Batch Season 2, specifically episodes 4 through 6. And you already know we're going down that road in through the space line with my man, Fandom D Saint. What's good tonight, brother?
Yo, what is good, DJ? Back at it again, talking about the greatest crew in all of Star Wars. Yes, I said it. The Bad Batch.
He's not wrong. He's not lying. Ain't nobody arguing with you. Nobody arguing. Oh, we got one of the best coming with us. Always great to have her. AK, what's good?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Let's get into this.
What are you thinking so far about the Bad Batch episodes 1 through 6?
I like that. I'm fairly certain I had watched this on my own. I think because I thought that's why I thought we had done it because I know I'd watched it before. But now on the rewatch, I just remembering how much I enjoyed it, but also how much I need to be strangling these little kids out here. Omega, ma'am, young lady.
Oh, she is always into something.
Always
something.
Can you stay still, please?
Oh, you already know. We got to talk about it. Oh, we're going to talk about Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 4, and this one's simply called Faster. And I have to say, after how dark the last few episodes were, it was kind of nice to get back into a lighter, brighter tone for a minute. But what's up, fandom? You just thought they went too far deep? This was just a filler episode for you?
Oh my gosh, this episode wasn't called Faster. It was called because that's what it was, a snooze fest. And hey, some people are like, oh, you probably didn't like, episode 1 of Phantom Menace, pod racing. Hey, I enjoyed episode 1. I was one of those kids who got that, that cereal box with the lightsaber spoon. I was digging it all, and I still do. I love my nostalgia of episode 1. But this one, I was not feeling it whatsoever. I had to watch it twice. First time I watched it, I fell asleep through. I woke up, I'm like, hold up, next episode, I need to go watch back episode 4 again.
Absolutely insane. Oh, Peter Griffin saying Omega is the oldest. Is she the oldest, or is she the same age? I thought she was the same age. It's just all the other clones are made to age rapid.
They're made to age rapidly
she could be.
She actually grows up.
She grows up at a normal pace, but she could be older she could be older, but I thought she was the same age.
Depends on when were the Bad Batch created.
Yeah, I can't remember if they ever touched on that exactly or not. But yeah, they could be close. But yeah, I know she's at least as old as them. That's why she calls them brothers, even though they treat her like a daughter.
Yeah,
I do admit there was one foreshadowing. Let's see if it could be a payoff though.
What's that?
We'll talk about it when it the episode.
I think I might have a theory on that too, because I think I may kind of been thinking the same thing. But yeah, like you said, we'll get into that.
Oh, I feel it. We have Wrecker and Omega playing a version of Syvass, and loser has to buy the next ride of Mantle Mix. And you already know Mantle Mix. You got to go to Disney World and get some. But Sid, as usual, comes in talking her natural bullshit, says she has a job, but when Tech wants details, she says, nope, no time, let's go. Why not just tell her to take a seat? Why do they still put up with her, Phantom?
What else could they do? They're in debt.
They're not in debt anymore.
They're not in debt.
I sworn they were. We're in the previous episode wasn't it 2? They were like, oh, we got to do this high so we can be completely, debt-free from Sid.
No, I think there are, but basically they're still working the debt.
But they still need that money.
But they're working hand to mouth. Yeah, that's just how they're eating. It's basically like a job now. That's how they're making some money.
They're paying rent right now because they don't got no place to stay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's why Sid said in that one, she's like, look, aren't you sick of doing this hand to mouth stuff? Let's do this and you'll have a real time. I mean, you can be set up for life and really go take care of Omega. And that's why they were willing to do it. But I think Tech may have told her to sit down, but he's dealing with 2 children who are bored and think it may be fun. Let's go. Oh man. He was like, wait a minute, I need a few.
He's an overworked dad right now. He don't know how to deal with that.
He needs Hunter back. And it's not like he can let them go alone. Hunter would have his clone nuts if he left those 2 go out on a mission with Sid. They're not letting that happen. It seems she's acquired a new racer that she thinks is going to make her a lot of money. Couldn't she have avoided a lot of problems this episode if she would have just bet within her means? Weren't we just talking about that? Were we not just talking about over gambling past your means? backstage.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Now she sees the payday and she's a hustler, and I get that. But again, why would you put that up there if it goes left? You got to foot that bill. I'm good. I don't want nobody coming after my kneecaps. I'm all right.
She's out there going Bruno Mars on it, just betting way
Wasting all of the funds.
too much money. And her new racer, Teo, is just as confident and as cocky as they come. Like, so you just knew his demise.
Which is how you know it's gonna mess up.
Guaranteed. Tech instantly realized Teo's racer was not optimal for like speed or durability, but Teo wasn't trying to hear anything. He was just like, again, I feel his cockiness is going to be his demise real quick, and they didn't make me wait long. Then we got another original Ghostbusters step on the scene. Like, Sick McGilly walks in calling Sid by her full government name. Like, who was that guy, and how does he know her so well, Phantom?
I need to know because there's like so much between these two in this episode. I'm like, hold up. Is what he's saying true here? If so, watch your back, Bad Batch. Watch your back.
He seems
your front, your sides, everything.
Well, I don't know, AK, were you getting like the feeling like they may have been an item back in the day or like just ran together jobs or I don't know, like it just felt like there was something more between them.
It could have been a bit of both. For there's something not that, these are the questions that we need answers to, because this is how we start to decipher Sid, and she's a puzzle right now.
Oh, there you go. Back in I think that was season 1. Crosshair said something to her, and she said, "I'm actually older than you are." There you go. So they did touch on it. So she was actually created first and foremost. She just grows faster. That's just their way of showing.
She grows slower, which I guess that makes sense because she's able to read up and find out all about their file and whatnot. Isn't she made from them?
Well, they're all clones. They're all made from
some type of. But them specifically, there's different things that they tweaked in DNA cocktail, making them.
If there's anything about that, I would say they were made from her if she's older, because she's like, I think she's like the superstar. I think she's got powers we haven't even seen, that haven't even surfaced yet or come out
Possible.
Yet. So I think that's going to be the big banger in the end of all of this. They have a standard side wager that they usually make together. Like, I wonder what that is. Like, do you have any guess? Like, they said the usual bet. Like, she's like, you're on. I mean, is it going to be anything that we're going to find out later? Or is that just some nominal number that they made up, Phantom?
It ain't about the damn mix.
No, I'm talking about Sid and Magnolia or whatever. They're like, he goes, you want to up the bet? And she's like, you're on. It's like the usual wager. She's like, yep. Like, I want to know what that
means. Okay.
Yeah, just how much is the usual wager?
Yeah. We talking Bruno Mars? Or, I mean, it must be like, they took the hostage over that. Like, how big was it? Tex said it sounded personal between her and McGilly, but Sid said it's just business. What do you think? Were those two partners at one point? Or like you said, were they maybe lovers, Phantom? Do you think that at all?
You're the only one thinking about these lovers things, man.
Man, I just feel like there was something
vibes be vibing in weird ways, man. That's why I said it could easily be a bit of both.
Oh man, that was brutal when one speeder crashed, spraying like blaster fire into the crowd. Like, those triangle heads have no love. Like, first we see Sid just push him out of the way, then Wrecker like backs up, nodding him to the side. Then it looked like a bunch of more folks weaseled in, like in front of him, only to duck like when the laser blast was heading their way, like which hit him right in the chest. Like, that's a bad day at the track. You're just trying to go watch a race and you get laser blasted through the chest. Like, I don't know. That announcer gets it right to say, like, I just want to remind you, we ain't liable for shit. I was like,
now he says something.
I feel like that's one of them things that's in the fine print when you buy the ticket at the door, though, man. You should know that. We've seen how these races always end up.
Like, can we get a mirror or shield in front of us, like some bulletproof glass, something?
I mean, if you bring it in yourself, yeah.
Oh my God, that is just something I wasn't expecting. Like, you just gonna get shot, like just straight up in the crowd, gonna get shot. That is messed up. But then, of course, we get some major foreshadowing when Sid tells Teo not to take the left tunnel. So you already know somebody's gonna end up taking this damn left tunnel and probably taking
somebody getting mugged.
What also just knew, like, after he made that bet with Milligilly, that he was going to pull some underhanded shit to make sure that his racer won, like, which of course he does. Like, did you full on expect that, AK?
Absolutely.
There's no way.
There's no way it was gonna go any other way.
Yeah, he's not making a bet and not cheating to win. Like, come on.
Mhm.
That's what's coming my way. And Sid, of all people, as underhanded and cross as she is, how did she not see that coming? Like, come on.
You would think.
That put me off a little.
It's a bit embarrassing on her end.
That was ridiculous.
We needed plot, so it had to happen.
This is about the time Fandom fell asleep. He's like, come on.
Right.
Oh, so of course Sid loses the race, and when Milagoli comes to collect, she asks for more time to come up with the cash. Like, she already knew that wasn't gonna fly. Is he the real reason Sid bought the Bad Batch along? Because she already knew this was happening?
I would say just in case, because look who comes though. Rack, Tech. It's like just in case anything goes south. Like you need some muscle and some technical advantages with yourself for a good getaway. So she brought the right people.
Did she though? Because Omega had stopped it quick, and she already knew Omega's not going to be about that murder, and she needed help.
Hey, you need her to come along so she can learn young.
I mean, yeah,
learning though.
Because I'm surprised Sid didn't just say, "Take him out, fellas." Like, all they could have easily. You already know the Bad Batch was waxed.
One person could take out 40, maybe even more. We went through this the first street.
So, like, what? Why did she even let herself get taken? Like, she should have been like, I don't think so. It's like, I'm gonna need more time, and you're gonna give it to me, and that's that. And
it was plot, man. She didn't fight or anything. She was like, all right, I'm gonna go.
That was a little too much. Like, I don't know. See why the boys didn't jump in when Sid was being threatened. And second, why is Omega betting on things she knows nothing about? Like, that made no sense. And third, why would this obvious gangster accept such a huge bet from a kid he knew he didn't have the money? He already said you don't have enough money to pay for this. I don't know. What? This made no sense to me.
Like Fandom said, plot.
This made no sense. So as they try to put up their ship and driver back together, and they see that they are he's a lot worse off than they thought. And while working on them, Tech brings up the fact that this isn't the first time they found themselves in a dicey situation because of Sid and who she keeps company with. So is Tech going to be suggesting to Hunter maybe that it might be time to start putting some space between themselves and Sid after all this, AK?
It better be more than a suggestion.
He's going to be like,
look, come up with the proper game plan. Y'all supposed to know how to move through the shadows. What are you doing?
Or is it just going to be more of the same? Like, they've basically had their lives threatened ever since the very first mission Sid put them on. So is this just another everyday kind of fare Fandom?
Pretty much.
That's just how it is. They're just used to it, and they'll just keep on doing it because this is how it's been from day one. That's too much. Teo had a lot of nerve, though, didn't he? Talking all that smack to the one trying to fix you. I'd have just 3PO'd him and put his head on backwards. I'm done listening to you.
Yeah, but then he got his comeuppance when you start walking out of there.
He got more than that. He's like, game over. He's like, I regret nothing. You should regret something. Oh, Milagoli seemed like a fairly decent host, though. Brought Sid a drink, had her all chilling up in the penthouse suite. I was like, it's not like she was in a cell or anything. I'm telling you, these two were crushing back in the day. It sure seemed like it to me. He had the Mac Daddy vibes on him.
Maybe they just cousins.
Nah.
I don't know.
Maybe Southern cousins. I don't know. That just seems a little too close to me. He says sooner or later the Bad Batch will see the real Sid, but she says she's changed. I don't know. Do you think she's changed at all, Fandom?
See, and this is what I brought up in the beginning of the damn stream. If it wasn't for that part of the episode, then I've been like, okay, this is a complete filler, skippable. What's the point? But because of this, they laid a seed there. As to maybe later on this season, or maybe in then season 3, Sid will betray the Bad Batch. And then she'll regret it and help them out. Or she'll just simply betray them. Because she said in the beginning of the season, the Empire is going to end up coming. And if they start knocking on the door, she's going to be like, wait a minute, hold up. Don't arrest me. Don't take away my stuff or anything. Boom, I got the Bad Batch for you.
I don't know, though. What's up, AK? Hasn't she already shown that she would pretty much turn him over in a New York second if it would benefit her at all?
I would, at first glance, I think she would, but has had the opportunity to do that. And yes, sometimes things have gotten dicey, but she has protected them. She could have already turned them in, honestly, from Ep 1.
I think the only reason she hasn't is because they're making her money and getting stuff done for her. Because she's not paying them fair. She's keeping like 90% of the profit.
Oh yeah, because they really are a bunch of kids. They don't know exactly what's what outside of just going to fight.
Yeah, they don't know how that system works. But how ironic was it that just as Teo was dismissing like having a better defense, he gets taken out by a crashing racer. Like, looks like a good defense actually is kind of important, Teo. Like, this moron. But second, wasn't that racer that took him out probably paid to do so by Miligo? Like, did you feel that at all, AK?
Wasn't that the plan? That it all seemed like that was what was supposed to happen.
Like, that guy just walked off like he didn't just take out somebody. He just walked off.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just go over here, nothing to see here. People, nothing to see here.
Were you feeling that too, fandom? Did he take that racer out on purpose?
Of course.
That's just that was no accident. When Teo gets taken out by Miligo, he like was right there, the offering his condolences, saying the race is forfeit, so our crew loses. Like, just then Tech steps up and says he'll do it. Like, Sid is quick to say, see, the race is still on. Like, just what exactly was their wager? I need to know. Like, I don't know. I want to know what those two bet.
I need the specifics and the fine prints.
I don't know how much did she have, right? Like, yeah, it seems like this was a big one. That's pretty sweet when the race announcer was like calling out all the racers, but then when he gets to our guy, he's like, and Tech. Like, wait. He's all on the speaker still, like, wait, Tech? I was dying. Like, that's his whole name, Tech. Like, just a bit of a Jon Snow moment there. I was loving it. That was so sick. You gotta love record. Tech, you gotta be in front to win. It's called strategy. No, it's called losing. I was like, dude, this episode is making me smile. I can't believe you didn't like it so much, Phantom.
I was too busy sleeping, man.
I was giggling my ass off through this episode. I liked it. I think this episode is more important than you think. I think it is going to come back for a few reasons. But pretty ballsy move, like dropping his entire weapon system for more speed when he came over and just dipped everything. I was like, oh, shit. All right. He's like, I'm not trying to blow anybody up. It's like, I got to get. But also pretty ballsy, but we knew it was going to be coming. Tech decides to take the red tunnel. He's going to the left. And Sid looked devastated by that move, but we already knew it was going to work out, didn't we?
Yeah, I think they already had a game plan for that.
Dude, Tech knew what he was doing. Tech had everything planned out from Jump Street. That's our guy. And workout it does is when like Miligo's racer tried to pull that same move that they used on Teo. Tech maneuvered out of the way, so they grabbed each other and took each other out instead of him, which allows our guy to win the race. Like, looks like Sid's gonna make it out of yet another jam. I don't know, should she? I mean, she almost needs to learn a lesson at this point, doesn't she, Phantom? What's gonna happen with this Sid character? Is she gonna end up getting them killed?
Nah.
You don't think she's going to end up getting them in a jam that they can't get out of, and she's just going to bounce and leave them there?
You've seen them in so much at this point. Not really.
So you think Sid's faithful, and she would be there for him, like in the end?
She ain't faithful. Besides,
yeah, we didn't go. Yeah, we didn't say all that.
He's like, she would still do what she's going to do for her.
She's still going to do what she got to do, but I think it would have to be like the last resort. Like if she can't get away and get them away at the same time, she's going to choose herself. But right here for everything that's been happening, no, she needs them on the team, I think, just as much as they need her, honestly.
This Miligi must be a serious dude because Sid is forever talking shit. But even after the win, like she was not saying a word to this man. Like, just how about, I mean, is he Jabba the Hutt business or what? Like, how big a deal is this guy in the space race fandom?
I don't think he's like, wait, is he? No, because Jabba's still alive. I don't think so at all.
You don't think he's on Jabba's level?
No.
Well, this guy seems pretty gangster. Like I said, Sid talks back to everybody, and
if he was that gangster, he wouldn't care about a damn race. He would still kept Sid and probably could have killed the cat.
That's why I think they had a love affair.
Why did you even add that last part on, Phantom? You knew where he was about to take this. Come on, man.
Nah, that was freaking like truly. He
giving
had
him
damn chains. He had freaking Princess Leia in chains. He didn't even have Sid.
Okay, but Leia ain't Sid though.
Hey, no, yeah, we're not putting Sid in that outfit. We're gonna let it go. Sid is a different kind of character. She's about business. Sid congrats Tech on the race and says she owes him one, and he says, yeah, he agrees. Which, I don't know, will she ever do like the solid that she ever owes? Is she ever going to pay them back on anything, Phantom?
Sid?
Yeah.
Pay someone back?
I mean, she kind of said, she actually admitted that she does actually finally owe him one after all this. I don't know. She said it, but is she ever going to do it?
Possible.
He's like, there's a noise I haven't heard before. Oh, Miligo's champion wanted to shoot him on the way out, but he not only stops him, he gives our crew some advice when they were bouncing. What do you think, AK? Is he right? Like, is Sid absolutely going to screw the crew over at some point?
At some point in time, if it means saving herself first, yeah. Yeah, and I think they should be making exit plans before that, but especially because that could happen at any time. They need to have a strategy and start paying more attention and maybe learning a bit more about what the real world is.
Feel it. Oh, that's episode 4. We already know Phantom fell asleep. I was giggling through most of it. How'd you feel about it, AK?
I thought it was fine. I didn't find it to be filler or boring. It wasn't like extremely great. I won't say that, but I mean, it kept my attention well enough. Got me back in for this next round.
Feel it. Well, we'll see how much attention we paid. We got 7 lucky questions real quick. We'll see.
Not enough.
If you know any of these answers, put them in the chat. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. We're going to blow through these. Trivia question number 1. Where did Sid take the 3 that was so rough she needed added protection?
Disneyland.
Random race stadium number 3 where anybody could get shot in the chest with a laser.
Right? If you know that one, put it in the comment section down below. Question number 2. What sport did Sid have the new driver for?
Some type of racing. I'm guessing it's not as simple as pod racing. I don't remember what exactly it's called.
It did have an actual name. Anybody remember what kind of racing it was? If you know what it was, put it in the comment section or put it in the chat if you're watching. Let us know. Question 3. What nickname did Teo come up with for Tech?
Definitely don't remember that.
Wrecker got a big kick out of it. What nickname did Teo come up with for Tech? Anybody remember that? Put it in the chat. And what kind of ride was Teo flying? Oh, deep dive. Anybody remember what kind of ship that was? All the Uber
Something
fans.
that he thought was spectacular. I don't know.
Oh, what's Sid's full name?
Didn't you say it?
They broke out Sid's full name in this one. Anybody remember that? What is Sid's full name?
Yeah, he said what's his name, said it, but he didn't actually say the name.
Bada boom, bada bing. If you know that one, put it in the comment section down below.
That does not.
What was the name of the Sofatoma Riot champion?
I don't know, probably something like Akbar Vietnam. I don't know.
Oh my God.
I don't remember, dude. I didn't write things down. This
I'm
episode.
surprised if that was the answer.
I'm saying
That's what I'm saying.
That's the last name of it. He got the last name.
Really?
Just pulled that one straight out the backside. I know that. Yeah, Jet Venom. Close enough. Venom.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolute Jet Venom. We're giving you that one. Close enough. We're not going over that one. And last but not least, what did the race announcer call the red tunnel?
The something tunnel of death sounding name.
Oh, anybody knows that one? Put it in the comment section down below, and we are going to keep it moving. That was episode 4, and we are going to keep it moving on to season 2, episode 5. And this one was
season 2.
I'm sorry, season 2, episode 5. This one's called Entombed. And we open with Wrecker and Omega hunting parts in a scrapyard, and it looks like Omega's gained full knowledge of the Imperial ships and what is and isn't valuable on the fallen ones. Like, looks like all that studying is going to be good to put to good use. Like, is that going to come into play later?
Said it before, when the Bad Batch dies, boom, she'll inherit everything.
She will have it all and know what to do with it and what it's worth. Back at Sid's, Feast telling tall tales again, and Hunter is not impressed. The fact that Tech realizes the story changes every time kind of tells me that he's paying attention. Is Goggles a little smitten with this new Fee character, AK?
You think so? Why are you trying to hook everybody in the galaxy up, man?
He was up like this in the first stream. This ain't new.
I'm telling you, we already know Fee likes Goggles, and the fact that he's paying attention and knows all the details. I mean, he's gonna know all the details anyway, but he's paying attention. That just tells me.
I mean, he's Tech. That's what he do.
Something is there. These two like each other. It looks like Omega actually may have found something that could turn out to be something. Like, I love Hunter's like brooding ass, just already knowing some shit's about to pop off. Like, he's like, can we not just Netflix and chill this weekend? Like, we always got
nope.
Shit.
That does not exist. Bless you, whoever's sneezing.
You said feel it. Oh, the crew makes it happen with no problem, and they and find once they land, the compass actually activated, and it guided them to a secret door in the mountain. I was like, oh, we're gonna get all Lord of the Rings on. Here we go. And it was so cute, like how excited Mega was to be on this treasure hunt. Like Hunter, not so much. He just already knew some shit was about to go down. He's like, I'm just.
It was dark and ominous and whatnot.
Oh yeah, even Fee, like she's a little like put that hand in there. She's like, all right, is this safe? Let's find out. Fee, oh man, we can talk about it, but this woman is fearless. Like they make their way through the secret entrance, no problem, but then they basically find themselves in an escape room. And lucky our girl Omega was able to figure it out. But like I was saying, how badass is Fee? Like she just seems fearless and even more knowledgeable than Tech, like, which is maybe why she's attracted to him over the rest of them. But like, just how sick is this woman?
Yeah,
this episode solidified that she likes Tech. This I can get with. The whole Sid and the other guy, nah.
Oh, she was Fee was flirting with Goggles right out of the gate, gave him a nickname, went up and talked to him, and then he just nerd statted his way out of it. Like that was a problem, but she's still there for it, so we shall see. And now we see why. She had a little nerd in her too. She's super smart, maybe even smarter than him, knows more about him, seems to be more studied. Fee said at the heart of the mountain was the key to the great ancient power. Like, do you think that power was just that machine it activated, or do you think there's some other power that she was talking about that goes deeper, AK?
Either one could be true. With the way these worlds are set up and all the random shit that they find in different places, you never know what the secret trapdoor is going to lead to.
I mean, they got that big thing that seemed pretty powerful and very destructive, but I don't know. It seemed like there might even be some other power. And that just sucks that they didn't know how to figure out how to work that thing, because that would be a nice thing to have on your side. Oh, show.
Well, it has to be both, right? What they kept calling it, the heart of the mountain?
Yeah.
Like so it's that, and then that's the thing that woke it up and like gave its power.
Yeah. But I mean, what was the power, and how are you supposed to use it, and what was it made for? Like, what was it there? Who put it there?
That's why you gotta keep going down the secret cave.
It predates the Jedi. So does it also predate the what was those three people called? The father, the daughter, and the sister, whatever?
Like there's supposedly like the beginning of time, so they can't predate them, or can they?
Or can they? Yeah. We don't know.
Oh, I don't know. What was that thing, though, that attacked the squad? Do we have any idea? Like that little monster thing that was inside the caves? Like, was that an alien that came with the machine, or was that a creature native to the planet? And like, if so, either way, what the hell had it been surviving on all this time?
The same thing that the what is it that was in Aquaman? The Kraken or Creo something or other. The thing that Julie Andrews voiced that was just all the way down in like the very deep depths of the ocean where nothing else but it is. It was just surviving on bad vibes and willpower.
Is there no bones or like any
like there's nothing down there to eat.
Yeah.
You're alive just on sheer willpower alone.
That's what I'm saying. Like, did he even need to eat? What I mean, is it a different kind of creature? Like, it sure as hell wasn't easy to kill. I mean, that's for sure.
It's just there to be a guardian. Maybe, yeah, its only purpose is to sit there and guard. It doesn't feel hunger because it don't need to eat.
Our crew survived the attack, but are split up in the process. And I know Hunter's been on edge the whole time, but his instincts are usually so on point. Like, how did Fee feel like this way was way too easy and felt something was off, while Hunter basically almost bought the farm and fell through the hole.
I mean, she has more experience, like, with this, being the Indiana Jones. So it's like she's
Real
like, wait,
world application.
this has to be too easy.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I think it is too.
now she's more excited to explore than Omega. She's got better instincts than Hunter. She's smarter than freaking Tech. I mean, is she a freaking
Cause
super clone? What is going on?
she's out here. She's already got that real world experience. They are used to functioning in very constrained environments. Usually, I mean, even the Bad Batch being clones and being out in war, there's still rules that they function by. This shit is completely off book for them. They're still trying to figure all that out.
Man, Fee is just off the charts. Like she is just uber Indiana Jones and then some. But Fee does seem to know like a lot. But like Hunter said, they've already almost died multiple times on this trip. Like, how much would you be trusting this woman at this point, Phantom?
Like I said in a previous stream, 0. She's a pirate. I'll be trusting her.
I ain't trusting the pirates. Can't trust it.
At one point, I was like, did she just like guide them here just so they can be like a sacrifice, or just like hold up some type of pillar or something? Where she's like, oh, I've been here halfway before, so I kind of like know what's up. Because how in the beginning when it was like a rock that had fell, and she's like, oh, it doesn't matter. Like there's there's always another way out. It's like, were you here with like another crew or something? Like it just seemed like at some points like too coincidence.
Or she just saw National Treasure and she heard
Nicolas Cage.
Always. How come Wrecker was the only one nervous about that monster still being out there? Like Echo's like, nah, it's all in your head, Wrecker. I was like, no, it's not. That thing is definitely still out there. Like, why is everybody else so chill about that?
It's not that big. You haven't seen it confirm the kill. I would be worried too.
You have to always see the body.
Yeah, they didn't kill it. Yeah, that thing was definitely out there. Like Wrecker's the only one. Like Wrecker of all people, he's the one
of all people.
It, like, oh, that was
like the dude, bro, that never cares about anything but punching stuff.
Exactly, and he's the only one smart enough to be thinking, "Hey, we are going to have to deal with this thing still." I like how it showed Fee was not only as smart or even more intelligent than Tech, but also has like a lot more common sense as well. Like, don't overthink it. Sometimes a door is just a door. I was like, this woman has it at all angles. But Fee was such a dog with a bone. Like, she was not trying to let go of the heart of the mountain once she got her hands on it. I was like, you are about to die keeping this thing. But do we have any idea, like, that thing? What was that thing that it woke up when Fee pulled the stone out? Like, what was that? What was that thing?
No idea.
May never know.
It did remind me of that. It's some type of like machine that's in what's this video game? Horizon. It looks something so similar, and I was like, wait a minute, this thing is like from Horizon. Wish I got like a photo of it. Let me see if I can find it real quick and try to like screen share it. But it looked too familiar. It was like mind-boggling.
I mean, basically, other than its shape, it was just another version of the Destroyer from Thor's homeworld. Like, it did the same thing, just as impossible to kill, just as destructive. Like, I want to know what that thing was and where it's from. Valhalla. That was crazy. But did anybody else notice how like the symbols and the lines and the design were very similar to what it looked like in the World Between Worlds when they were inside that thing?
Was it?
It was all the white, sleek lines and designs that were through that. It was just like what it looked like when Ezra was inside the World Between Worlds when he saved Ahsoka.
I'd have to go back and watch. I don't remember.
Yeah, it just looked just like it. I was tripping. I was like, oh my God. Like,
I mean, it might have been.
Is there a correlation there? Like, is that where this thing's from? Like, that's why it's so ancient. Like, it's before time itself. Like, where are we going with this? And why was that machine like just set to automatically raise and destroy as soon as the stone was removed? Like, why did it just instantly start messing? It's instantly destructive.
It's called a booby trap.
I mean, why? Who set it there? Who put it there?
Who knows?
I mean, did anybody? Is it just sentient? Did it put itself there? I mean, what? I need to know more about this machine and what it is. That's insane. It just seems like such a waste of power. Somebody should have searched for a manual or something before turning that thing on and off. Like, it seems like it really could have been useful for a number of situations.
Cody, I can see my screen.
I cannot.
Dang,
I
Scott.
can.
You could?
Have you
Maybe
I
because
think you have
you're.
to add it to the stream. Yeah,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you got the admin rights.
Let me
There you go.
see. Is he now?
Oh yeah, okay.
This is what like dead. It almost looks so similar to.
That's a very similar design.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is one of those. I don't know. Those.
No copyright. Get some money, Disney.
Don't do it. But poor Mel, that little bot was the only thing smart enough to get the hell out of Dodge and make a run for it. It ends up being the only one getting smoked and not making it. I was like, oh, that was ruthless.
So sad.
I was sad for him. I did like how smart and smooth Fee was. Like that monster came back and attacked, and she was quick with the, okay, y'all take care of that thing. I'll go down here and get the stone. She's like, I'm not trying to fool around with that death creature. I was like, she is just at the point of all of it. It's like she's winning in all situations. But who was fixing to deal with it was, of course, Wrecker. Like, my man has never backed down from a battle, and this was no different. My guy said, shoot the window. I got this. Is there any way that thing survived that fall, Phantom?
If that thing survived that fall, like that thing needs to be part of the Avengers.
I mean, it was fighting. I mean, it was surviving all those blasts to the face, and I mean, getting shot up, and nothing seemed to. I don't know, but yeah,
show the dead body.
That was a fall. That was a long fall. So I don't know. That could be gone. That stone melted. Like, I would have grabbed something to scoop it up. Like, that substance still had to be hella valuable.
You would think.
It's like, wouldn't you want to grab something and hold it up and keep some of it? I mean, dude, that they were already saying how priceless it was just because it's not in a full stone. Like, even if it was like liquid and like a different shape, it's still got to be worth hella.
Yeah.
I would have been trying to save it and scoop it up. I don't know. That was a different one. You like this one better than the first one, Phantom? You like five? I don't know. I'm opposite. I kind of think the other one's going to be setting up some major things going on between Sid and the Bad Batch, and I actually felt like this was more of a filler episode.
Agreed.
No. This was building up the character of Faye with the Bad Batches. Stop the madness.
All right.
And on top of that, it was just the whole mystery of what the hell is this, heart of the mountain thing? What the hell is behind that damn door? Then
you
this
want to know what
machine. I'm like, what? Are we ever gonna go back here to see if we can actually try to do same time, take the heart of stone out, put something and replace it? Like, oh my gosh, if the Empire finds out about this, whew.
Absolutely. We need a 3D maker to put that thing back together. Like a 3D printer. But yeah, we need to make that up. Oh, but just real quick, if anybody remembers anything about this show, got just a couple trivia questions. See what we remember. If you know any of these answers, put them in the chat box. If you're watching later, put them in the comment section down below. What part were Wrecker and Omega looking for in the scrapyard?
A wrench.
What part were Wrecker and Omega looking for in the scrapyard?
A rod, a head.
If you know that answer, put in the comment section down below. What treasure did Fee claim to have found on her adventure? What treasure was Fee claiming to have found on her adventure?
The heart of the mountain?
No, it was a story that she was going to tell a girl. What's the name of Fee's bot? Fee's bot got roasted by that big destroyer. What was the name of her bot? Anybody remember that? Fee preferred to think of herself as what rather than a pirate?
No, she probably something like an entrepreneur.
Archaeologist?
She said, Hunter said, you're a pirate, you mean? She's like, I like to think of myself as
a collector.
Close.
Explorer.
I'm getting there. Oh, what story was Omega very excited to hear on their way to the treasure?
Yeah, I don't remember.
What story was Fee going to tell her on the way out to the treasure? What did Fee say was the heart of the mountain? What did Fee say was the heart of the mountain?
Treasure of all treasures.
Everybody remember what she said? Put that in the comment section down below. How many times did Hunter say they almost died?
10 times.
He said, we've already almost died this many times already. How many times did Hunter say they already almost died?
20.
3, 5.
Hey, there you go. 3. We nailed
Ah.
one. Again, we didn't go over. Well done. Saving the day.
I was trying to count every episode.
Oh, snap. Where did Fee say she was heading next?
I don't remember.
Where did Fee say she was heading next? And why is she heading there? Do you remember where she's going and why she's heading there? And last but not least, who did the ancient chalice that Fee was going to get supposedly belong to?
King Arthur.
Oh, if anybody knows
Who did
that,
it belong? I don't know.
oh man, and that is episode 5. Yeah, like I said, I felt like this one was definitely more of a filler episode than 4.
It's like on in the background. You could be doing other stuff while it's playing.
What?
I'm telling you,
Mad.
absolutely. Oh, but keeping it moving, Bad Batch Season 2, Episode 6, and this one is all about tribe. And we open with the Batch making a delivery to a pretty unsavory place, and as usual, Omega gets tasked with watching the ship, but does a terrible job. Per as usual, she wanders off and gets herself into more mischief and trouble than she should be.
Bruh.
Never. She's never staying at that ship, ever. But this time it was a good thing she didn't, because she was seemingly just in time to save a young Wookiee from being tortured. Oh, we could not have that. Echo finds her and tells her to get back to the ship, but of course that ain't happening. The Wookiee takes off running, and Omega was just quick to take off following, like urging Echo to come as well. Like, what are you doing in that situation, fandom, if you're Echo? Are you
I'll be like, you
following
know
Omega?
what? Forget it. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving her alone.
You're just gonna go back to the ship and
You
just
gotta learn. And the word,
Nah.
see, AK heard this saying. She ain't gonna hear, she gonna feel. See what happens.
You're gonna go back to the
Nah.
ship and just look Hunter and Wrecker in the eye and be like, "Oh, she took off running. I don't know where she went. I wasn't gonna follow."
Yeah.
No. I judge me how you will. I legitimately would have probably just thrown something to trip her, and then walked up and said, "Hey,
Bring your little ass
that little thing is not coming with us. You don't need to know where it's going. We're supposed to be over here. Did you forget that you escaped from where you originally came from? You forget that we're not supposed to actually be here or anywhere else out in the open anywhere?
What part of keep it quiet did you not understand? Stay with the ship.
Like, for goodness sake, there's a reason you have to stay with the ship, because people might be looking for you. And lo and behold, what happened?
Always off doing something. Always into something. Always into something. But they're
Stop
quick.
shit, Omega.
Oh my God, they were deeply quick into it, like with Echo calling Hunter for immediate backup. And it was funny, Tech already knew. He said from the sound of that blaster, it was either Echo or Omega, and more than likely Omega. Like, we already know. Everybody knows that girl's always into something. But the Batch, of course, saved the Wookiee and bounced, and that does suck. Like, they didn't get their payment before they bounced. Like, Sid is not going to be happy about this. Like, what's she going to say about that? Because she's not going to care about saving a Wookiee fandom.
Yeah, she'd be hella pissed off.
As she should. Run me my money.
She's going to be more than irritated. Yeah, they should have got that cash. I can't remember, but like, wasn't that the same Wookiee that went with Ahsoka and the other Padawans to get their cyber?
Oh, that's what I'm thinking too. The moment I saw him like drew the cyber, I'm like, hold up. There's only one other time I've seen a Wookiee with a damn lightsaber.
And I didn't notice, like, if it was that wooden one that he picked out. They're like, oh, we haven't had a Jedi pick a wood lightsaber since the last Wookiee Jedi. I was like, oh, sick. Like, that's awesome. But yeah, they get the Wookiee back to his home planet, but he barely remembers it. Like, he was very young when he left. But yeah, I'm pretty positive that's the same Wookiee. Like, that was his name. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. but he seemed to remember enough, like about the bugs from his planet. He said those those spider-like things wouldn't attack unless they posed a threat. AK, are you trusting this Wookiee you just met and followed?
No.
I mean, what?
First of all, see, this is I swear the hugest misconception that some people have about Wookiees. Wookiees are not these little cute cuddly things. When you go to their planet, when we first see them, they're wearing armor. You know what the armor is made out of? Skeletons of things they've killed. These are not no little creatures that are cuddly. I'm not trusting anything that they're talking about. Oh, they're only attack. They're only attack if you bother them. No. You know that they attack if you bother them because y'all always bothering them.
Yeah, I don't know. They looked hungry. Those things looked a
Mm-mm.
little too
Not
hungry.
going nowhere near them.
Oh, I was like, I'll walk around. I'm like,
Right there. Oh, there's a path back there. Okay, we'll go that way.
You don't know when the last time they ate. Like, food could be scarce around these parts.
Exactly.
Like, that whole section of the forest web stuff. I was like, I don't see any bugs in your webs. You might be starving. I'll go around.
Not today.
Not today. Not me. Yeah, I ain't the one. Oh, it's so sad though. He finally got home only to see like his entire village had been incinerated. Like, what a helpless feeling that had to be. Like, I was feeling so bad for the little guy. But he got a little bit of revenge taking out that Transdosian squad and freeing his fellow Wookiee, but there was no time to celebrate. The enemy was regrouping and coming back in force pretty much instantly. Like, I don't know. Do you think Echo really had to talk Hunter into staying there and helping the Wookiees out there to fight fandom? Like, I don't think Hunter ever planned on leaving while knowing what was still out there. He knew those Wookiees weren't safe yet.
Yeah, he would have helped them out. It's more of who is it? Is it Tech would have said? Was it that previous episode you said like Tech had like no emotion, or was it the other guy?
He might have said something, but then he would have still done the right thing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Hunter was never going to leave these guys to it. Like, he would have definitely, he was going to make sure they were safe and make sure those other cats out there. My guy Hunter is pretty open-minded though. Like, he is such a go with the flow kind of clone. Like, what would your response have been when those Wookiees come back talking about the trees have a plan? I would have been like,
See, if I was someone from their world, then maybe I might have a plan, or maybe I might have a drawback from that. But we're from a world where we know what ents are. You tell me the tree has a plan, then I'm gonna listen. Like, okay, well, what's the plan? And now if it's some bullshit, then I'll have something to say. But to just discount the tree having a plan, I'll at least hear it out first.
I don't know if I could have done it. I'd have been like, do the people have a backup plan? Because I know the trees have.
Okay, but see, that's what I'm saying. You will hear it out, and then if it's not the right thing, then who else has a plan though?
What's up, fandom? How you feeling about the trees having a plan? You got to mute?
Are you muted?
God damn it. We've all seen Avatar, Way of the Slumber. We all know the trees can do so much.
Way of the disrespect. But that's still, to my point. You got to hear him out at least, DJ. Come on now.
He said the way of the slumber. Oh, no. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna need the people to have a backup plan because I don't know about the trees. But as expected, the Empire returned to attack, but our crew was ready for them, and at least some of them were. Somebody needs to tell Wookiees to like hold off on the celebrating till the battle's over, because like old boy was on the back of that thing, just yeah, and he got taken out real quick. I was like, man, you need to save that cheer until we win.
Clearly, these are the soft Wookiees because we haven't gotten through all of the Empire and the Jedi needing to return and all that hardship yet.
Oh man, that was brutal. Should have known like those tree critters were going to come back into play though. After we heard that they only attack those that are a threat, like okay, they're going to come back and get the bad guys. And it was nice to see that General Venomore actually finally get his comeuppance. He was an ass going after my guy Gunji with a flamethrower. Like, that was dirty. Like, that ain't cool trying to set a Wookiee on fire with a flamethrower. Like, Disney, bitter.
That's just rude.
Oh my god. So was it the Wookiee Smokey the Bear correlation? Because like with all the fire prevention that was starting to, I don't know, it was starting to kind of feel like an after school special there for a minute. Like only you can prevent space lizards from spreading forest fires. I mean, didn't it kind of have that feel after a while? How many ditches were they get?
Loki.
I was like, oh my god, what is happening here? But it was nice to see Echo open up and like finally try the Wookiee nog. And I don't know, my man Wrecker was going in the whole time, this whole episode. It's like, man, you
Of
can't
course
be
he
scared.
was.
If your boy's telling you it's good, try that shit. You're missing out on this whole episode. It's also nice to see Gunji had found like a new home, but how long until the Empire just sends more troops to destroy it, Phantom?
The moment here, there was like a freaking Jedi Wookiee. It's over.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Tomorrow.
They're sending everybody. Like, if anybody got anything out, you got to kill all these cats, or they're definitely going to come back in force. But what were those stone etchings, AK, that they were being torched? Like, why did they want them eradicated?
Probably there was some information in there that could have led to I don't know some weakness for the Empire. Just some information that the people in power would not have wanted anyone to really know. It's like destroying the battle droids.
I mean, it almost seemed like they were trying to make the Transdotians like Nazis, and they're just trying to straight take out Wookiees and take out like that was basically their history, and they were trying to eradicate their history completely. Like, I don't know.
Sounds about right.
That was kind of wild. I was like, what are they trying to talk? I don't know. They just had all kind of like underlying messages in this one. This episode was a trip to me. Like, it seemed like they were saying stuff without saying stuff and had all kind of hidden messages. And yeah, this one, I don't know. This episode was a trip. What'd you think about it, Phantom?
That was a dope episode. Good to see, homeboy back at it again. The Wookiee. Damn, I forgot his name.
I feel it.
Probably a trivia question.
Of course it is. What'd you think about it, AK?
It was all right. It was all right. I liked it.
Out of the three, which was your favorite episode?
I'm gonna say a tie between this one and 4.
Oh yeah, use 4. Oh my gosh.
You're the only one that didn't like it, man.
Absolutely.
Oh my god.
You already know.
Rolling my eyes.
I'm telling you, that Milligee's gonna come back and be a thing at some other point. I mean, this whole Sid thing's gonna definitely come back and be a point. Like, I don't know. I think they were.
That's the only thing. The Sid point.
I think they were definitely talking about some stuff. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, some stuff about some stuff in this one. Oh, but yeah, I don't know. I want to know why they want the Wookiees eradicated and why they wanted those stone etchings like burned to the ground.
Because they dangerous killers.
I mean, they never liked the Wookiees though.
But why they're stones? Like, okay, if all the Wookiees are gone, there's nobody to read it. Like, why do you want to eradicate the stones? Like, what hidden messages are there in those? Or do they just want to make it eradicate it like they were never here and you can't like basically sooner or later no one will remember? Like, it just makes no sense. I didn't know why they needed that done. So yeah, hopefully they'll explain some more like that. Oh, we only have 3 quick trivia questions on this one to see if anybody remembers anything about this. If you know it, put it in the comment section. If you're watching later, put it in the comment section down below. What's the name of the Wookiee homeworld?
Kashyyyk?
Yep, couldn't tell.
Oh, there you go. Kashyyyk. Very nice.
Oh, there you go.
You had to have looked it up by now. What did the Wookiee say his name was?
We looked up nothing.
Aka the second.
I said it a couple times throughout the series, throughout this episode.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Say his name was. I did kind of speed through it on purpose. Oh man, anybody knows that one? Put it in the comment section down below. And last but not least, what color was Gungi's lightsaber?
Green.
Was it green? I don't think it was green. Damn it.
Oh, it wasn't green?
It absolutely was green.
Was it green?
I wanted to see what she was gonna guess.
It's green.
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know what I thought it was, but I didn't think green.
Green as the earth.
All right. Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, that's gonna do it for the Bad Batch. Oh man, yeah, I'm loving this season. The Bad Batch is definitely my favorite Star Wars.
Hold up, if that is him, how old? Then again, it's like the Wookiees don't like age the same way as humans, so I really can't say anything really.
Yeah, because then Chewbacca like ancient.
Yeah.
I mean, he's super old. So yeah,
super old.
I think they age a little differently too. But yeah, and I mean, this isn't too far after that. Like, this might not be that far because the Order 66 came while he was still a youngling. So this is probably only like maybe a year after that.
Because how old is Ahsoka when Order 66 happened? Like, isn't she like a young adult by then? I think like early.
Fairly young still. She was still like
Yeah.
she hadn't done the training. She had walked away. So she didn't like pass the test or whatever. She never took the test. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. This is probably only like a year later. I don't think it's that later. Maybe a couple of years later.
Aha, she's 17.
I don't think it's that far. So feel it. Oh man, so cool. Can't wait to see it, and I hope we get to see him again because yeah, my man is dope, and I need to know more about the Wookiee Jedi and his life and what he's got going on and what happens from here. So yeah, we will be back at it talking about episodes 7, 8, and 9 next Tuesday. And for everybody around this Thursday, we're going to be getting back into Invincible. It's back on. Just watched the episode last night, and oh man,
What episode is it?
Here, it's episode 5.
Episode 5. Okay.
Yeah,
Season 2.
Just one episode?
5.
Season 2, episode 5. Yeah, they only have one episode out right now.
Okay,
got it.
They'll probably drop another one like tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, so I'll write out the outline, and we will be doing Thursday. We'll be talking about Invincible, getting back into it. Season 2, episode 5. I'm excited. It is a dope one. Oh, the season's dark, but it's gonna get good. I can't wait to talk about it.
Okay, because I heard like some negative things already about the episode. I'm like,
Oh wow.
yeah, like they're like, oh, how they already lost the momentum. I'm like, yo, it's only the first episode, the second half. Like, what are they expecting?
Bro, like, what do you mean? Calm down.
Yeah, I don't know who else talked about that. They leave it on such a sick cliffhanger. I mean, and they set up so many things. Like, where's it gonna go? What's gonna happen? Like, oh my god, yeah, no way, dude. It was great. I love it.
Because the way how they left it before, it was like 3 different enemies or so. So like, I'm curious.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot. There was a lot going on.
And we got a lot to talk about on Thursday. So tune back in Thursday. We're going to be talking about Invincible. And like I said, we'll be back at the Bad Batch the next 3 episodes next Tuesday. So I hope everybody out there is having an absolutely fantastic week. And it only gets better from here. Till we see you on Thursday. Be easy, everybody.